When the Bronx was a forest, stroll through the centuries to view the full article. Click the first link in the description below. When are we talking about? The paper suggested the Pleistocene era before the Wisconsin glaciation, so perhaps 1.5 million years ago. It's hard to know for sure about early glaciations because later glaciers rearranged everything, but traces remain. If you dig down in Long Island, for example, layers of sands and silts connect to geologic formations discovered in New Jersey, which suggest that, maybe 3.5 million years ago, a still earlier proto-Hudson River flowed west and then south into the Delaware basin. It carved out the Kill Van Kull strait that now separates Staten Island from Bayonne, N.J. Your point is that, like millions of New Yorkers, the city's rivers have moved around, changed neighborhoods, assumed new identities? And that the site where the Yankees settled in the Bronx, at the edge of what used to be Mentipathe or Cromwells Creek, went through its own transformations. So if this were 1609, and we were where the stadium is today, we would be near a wide tidal creek, possibly sitting in a dugout canoe, surrounded by swirling, yellow-green Spartina grass and wild geese. Oliver Cromwell, the English ruler after they chopped off Charles's head? No, John Cromwell, a nephew of Oliver's. John came to America in the 1680s. One of his descendants built a watermill on the creek during the 1700s, hence the name. The creek fed an ice pond where people used to go skating during the 19th century. By the 1920s, what became Yankee Stadium had turned into a lumber mill. There's a description of the lumber yard surrounded by boulders, glacial erratics, they're called. They are all over New York City. There's a monster example at Heckscher Playground in Central Park and a number of erratics in the Bronx like Glover's Rock in Pelham Bay Park. Boulders were part of the till a glacier would leave behind. Glacial sediment. Exactly, which the ice moves sometimes hundreds of miles from where the boulders and other rocks. When are we talking about? The paper suggested the Pleistocene era before the Wisconsin glaciation, so perhaps 1.5 million years ago. To view the full article, click the first link in the description below.